It's actually cleaner than yesterday. Well, if the Maisch threw a curveball, Josh Lowe, Mr. Dutchie, went all out this time round to be the curveball on the regular guy. When I said to him I wanted a mid-length, he said he wanted to do something different. I thought maybe a twin was coming along. Well, half of it's a twin, the other half quad, and it is a asymmetrical. So this pink side of the board you can see completely different to the purple. It's a good thing I chose a natural footer and Dylan to come join me on this season, because if I'd chosen a goofy footer, they would have been horribly screwed on this board. Made for a natural footer, two surf rights, and it's not going to go for a goofy. You'll see the big twin fin on the rail with the long sort of pin tail, a little bit stubbier and shorter on the nose, really easy to get in on your front side. This board is designed to get in and get going with a lot of speed. Then when you transition onto the outside rail, you've got the quad, and the Maisch decided to keep things interesting again with those, I don't even know what to call them, stub nose fins, but made to hook in on the heel rail. You can see a shorter, softer swallowtail there, and the longer nose for when you bite around on the backhand. I mean, there are no dimensions, just question marks. And I've got a lot of question marks about this board too. Number one, I haven't surfed an Asym before, and I just don't know what to expect. It's so weird when you hold it like this. So if I hold it like this, it feels different. So my left hand is feeling something different to my right hand. I wouldn't have thought that would have made a huge difference, to be quite honest. In your head you wouldn't have, but now in reality, I'm like, if I'm duck diving, I almost feel like I want to lean to this side because it's just so different. Also, obviously, just looking at it up to the top when you're paddling, the board's skew. Everything's off center. Even the logo's off center for Dutchie. So this one's definitely, I mean, the Maisch came close on the curveball. I think Dutchie took Curveball Award this year, or this season. I have no idea how this is going to go. But hell, we're going to give it a go right here on the south coast. Let's see how she goes. Day I've lost count of chocolate poo water, sardines, and all the many creatures that chomp on them and your feet. The cyclone of Madagascar is literally just thrown winter here like completely out of whack. We're dealing with like complete summer conditions. At least there's some sand on the bank here, but it's crazy. This is not what we were expecting at all. I mean, we got that little taste at the beginning of the trip. This is about midway. Here's what it is. We're here to test boards. Guess we're on it.
Asymmetrical, sure. I think we were all a bit sort of perplexed by it in the beginning. I don't think any of us have really surfed an Asym. I haven't. And hopping onto it straight away, surprisingly, felt really good. On the toe side, had a lot of hold. It's really fast. I mean, crazy fast. And when you lean in for a cutty onto your heel side rail, it just opens up without any effort. It really just slices back into the pocket. Surprisingly, it was by far the most maneuverable and performance orientated board out of the lot for me. Paddled in really good. It took some really steep drops without any feeling of, like, you know, it held really well. I would have loved to surf it on some bigger open walls, but from the sessions I did have on it, it was really responsive and by far the most playful and exciting. And I think that's always a special thing in a board, is when it keeps you on your toes and, you know, keeps you engaged, but, you know, having a blast at the same time. Yeah, I'm really tempted by it, but in terms of having one in your quiver, I would definitely consider it. I think at some point in the near future, I will be ordering one.
One and I caught the nose. I think this Asym, I need to get in like right on that rail, get that fin activated. Looks like over the next few days the water actually cleans up.
It's pretty glassy as well.
Oh, we just need that land breeze to blow.
Go Budokai! Budokai, come in the Budokai turn! Budokai! No!
Ian said he saw something dark out the back.
I also saw something dark out the back. I just pretended like I didn't.
Recording now. Why not? Also.
Dutchie. When you pick up a board and you immediately look on the bottom deck for the dims and it's just got question marks. Then you get the fins out. One side, other side. I mean, the Maisches have obviously gone to town on the fins as well. So Dutchie was like, look, I want to do a mid-length. I thought he's been pushing a lot of mid-twins. I thought that was definitely what he was going to come with, but he decided that he really wanted to make an asymmetric. It's something he's been wanting to do for a long time. And he decided that I was the right person to send the first one to. Just wrap your head around, like, so that's my toe side rail, tail sticks out, nose pulled in. So your toe side nose is short, heel side long, and the exact opposite. So that's just the start of where things get weird on this board. One side is like a 711, the other side like a 76. Even the logo is off-centered. There's literally like nothing symmetrical here at all. Heel side quad, toe side twin. Not a lot of concave going on. There's a little double concave here. I can feel it with my hand. And I look down there, there's not a lot of reverse V or anything like that. So it's quite a flat board. Dylan actually surfed this first and he liked it straight away. Like, he was super amped. He said that when he went for cutbacks on the front side, his first couple he tried to push too hard and the board kind of overreacts. And I felt that too. You want to like draw your turns out on this board. You want to really like utilize your rail, and you don't need to put a lot of pressure. So for me, that's quite hard because I like to really grunt into my turns. So I had to learn a little bit of restraint, but I definitely started feeling a really nice groove on it. I haven't really had the opportunity to get barreled on it. I mean, I try to pull into one or two, and you think asymmetric, you're thinking kind of barreling waves. It's made for a regular footer to surf right-hand waves, and it should be hollow. So I've had some really nice moments on it. It really paddles good. It gets into waves, especially rights, obviously. Well, I mean, Dylan actually had a few lefts on it and didn't look bad on the lefts at all, but it's made for rights. And sure, I mean, it's got a lot of chunk from back here, which is a bit different to the other boards where all the volume sits up here where your chest and where your paddle is. This board carries its volume from just in front of the fins almost all the way to the nose. So it's an asymmetrical ironing board with fins, which sounds, I suppose, quite bad, but it works. And I promise you, the first time you paddle it, you've got this weird off-center nose. I kept thinking I must go left. The first time I duck dive, each rail feels different, so your brain's doing weird things like, why are my hands feeling different things, and I'm trying to duck dive. It plays with your head. It really, really does. But performance-wise, wow, it goes. Like, it really has a nice flow down the line. Really good, like on sort of like those nice high lines on a hollow wall going down the line. You can really push it off the bottom. It feels nothing off the bottom at all. You can just push right into it. As soon as you transition onto that quad, though, you definitely don't want to overpower it. You want to just be a little bit more gentle. So the twins like the angry, like rah side, and the quads like the dainty, like, ooh, hold on a second side. And that's it right there. It's an asymmetric. They're both different. So my first one, I cracked my Asym cherry. Thanks, Dutchie. But it is a mind-bending surfboard, and I'm pretty sure, like, if you had to go to like one of those crazy, like barreling right-handers in like Mozambique, you know, or like that snake wave that Mick Fanning went to, this would be a fantastic choice. The Goofies, of course, will have everything swapped around, and it's a good thing Dylan won because he's a natural, and if there was a Goofy, they would have had serious problems on this board because it's simply just not made for a Goofy to surf, which is kind of crazy because the shaper is a Goofy. But it's I mean, you can see I'm still absolutely, I'm just looking at it and my brain is still trying to compute. So I don't think asymmetrics are for everyone, but if you're looking for a board that's definitely going to get the people in the water and the parking lot talking to you, I've had so many people come up to me like, what is that? And it's a real conversation starter. It is functional too, though. It's absolutely functional. It does the job it is made for. So I don't know that an Asym is something I would have ordered, but I'm thinking about it now because it definitely goes like the clappers, and probably would like to surf this at some nice long round points in the future too. So she may just stay in the quiver a while longer.
It will. We'll tell it to.
Fuck, we're gonna pull this off. Hey, South Coast dusted us. We're out of here, XA.
Bye guys.
Where are we heading?
Hey, I can't tell you, but it's good.
It's going
a
to
long
be
bloody
good.
drive.
This guy's leaving us.
No, you
Bye,
can
guys.
work. Joel's leaving us. You can't come.
Sad day.
I haven't been able to
taking a
come
hit
for
for the
like
tea.
a couple
No.
of weeks now.
I think Kai is kind of a little bit over Dill getting all the waves. He needs his own waves.
Cutting him. Cutting him.
I got a lot of waves.
A lot of waves. Check out this car.
What is that?